Alright guys, today I have with me a Honda Click 125i Game Changer. It's the second version of the Click 125i, or is it the third? I'm not really sure. I don't follow these kinds of bikes, but I've been hearing great things about it, like good fuel economy and comfort. So here I'm able to use one, at least for today, and we'll see how it rides. You know, I'm gonna go over some features. The front, unlike before, the front has now 4 lights pretty much. These are daytime running lights, and then these are the actual headlights. The ones on the side you can see there, that's the low beam. These are the high beams. You'll see it when I turn it on later. This already has a shad grab bar available. I don't know if this was a thing before, but the way you open the seat is actually a button here, which I think that's pretty neat. 18-liter U-box. You can fit in a full face helmet in there. 5.5-liter tank. And now, probably the biggest thing I like is the new gauge cluster. It's fully digital. I don't know if you can see it. It's fully digital now. Inverse gauge cluster. I'm gonna start the bike. It has trip A, trip B. Yeah, there's trip A. Trip B was a while ago. Okay, so it has the odometer. It has trip A, trip B. It has average fuel consumption, battery state, voltage. Yeah, that's it. And something that I rarely see on Honda motorcycles actually is a clock. It has a clock. And then there's this little kilometers per liter bar here below that you can see. There's a bar that moves as you're driving, telling you your instant estimated fuel consumption. It's very quiet. It's a quiet motorcycle. I'll give it a few revs. It's like it's only kind of loud when you rev it out, but if you're at low speeds, low city driving speeds or neighborhood driving speeds, it's actually quite quiet. Liquid cooled, I think. Yeah, that's a radiator. PGM-FI, as they have always been, as far as I know. The Clicks have always been PGM-FI. Now it's on. You can see that these daytime running lights are on. I think those look sick. And the headlights here, low beams. I'm gonna turn on the high beams. And now the whole headlight is actually illuminated. They don't really point higher. They don't really make you see farther. It just makes it a little brighter. But it's better than nothing, I suppose. Now I'm gonna ride it. Yeah. Oh, I should mention that the side stand actually kills the bike. See, now it's off. I think that's a neat feature. You know, so you don't accidentally give yourself a bad time by snagging that on the ground while you're moving. It doesn't have a switch on the center stand though, which is okay. When you want to do work on it anyway, you'd want it to keep running on the center stand. All lights, LED, I think. Alright, now let's go for a ride. The seat height of this is 769 mm, which is only a bit taller than my RS150, but this is quite a bit wider. So if you actually look, I'm actually tiptoeing on both sides already. I'm 5'5", or 5.4 with a 30-inch inseam. It's not really a problem for me. It's still rideable. So yeah. Initial bite of the clutch is delayed, but I suppose that's normal for an automatic. Oh yeah, I'm not used to riding automatic motorcycles because as the other subscribers of my channel may know, I ride an RS150, which is manual with a clutch. See, now you can see that that instantaneous fuel economy meter go along. When I let go of the gas, it's gonna go up for a bit. Yeah, see, now it's going up when I let go of the gas. That means you're being economical. If you keep your hand on a level, if you keep your hand on a constant throttle position, it'll tell you your expected fuel economy per liter at that throttle position. Here you can see I'm at 60 now. I don't know how accurate that actually is, but Honda boasts a mixed fuel economy of 53 kilometers per liter for this motorcycle. Handling is responsive, snappy. It can make tight turns quickly, which is good for the city. You can be very maneuverable. You need to be very maneuverable if you want to have an easy time anyway. Let's try banking this a bit. Oh, that's pretty fine. Power is more than I was expecting, honestly. This is a 125cc and it's... Wow, that's pretty pokey. There's plenty of power to go around here in the city. Now, for long rides even, I imagine that this would be great on long rides. Let's see how this shock does over the bumps of the rails. Well, it's not jarring at all. Not like my RS150. That thing feels like it was might give me a hernia eventually. Okay, now let's see about the speed of this thing. Yeah, it accelerates a little slow, but... Well, I say that, but we're already going 80. 90. 100, wow. So it has plenty of power, and I think it can maintain a speed of 80 or 70 kph with good fuel economy. And look, right now it's giving me a predicted value of 60 and I'm staying at 74 kilometers per hour. Now well, if that's anywhere near true, then that's pretty good fuel economy. I'm on the seating position is pretty upright. My wrists are not strained, unlike the other bike. You can stay upright and keep pressure off your hands and wrists, which means you can ride longer and more comfortably. I'm running over bumps and it absorbs them very well. Probably not as well as a Yamaha Aerox 155, but that's in a completely different power and price point altogether. For this, the SRP of this is $76,000, and you really get what you pay for here. I'm comfortable at highway speeds. overtaking. This thing can overtake just fine. The power is there. You're not gonna run out of power. You just give it some gas and then it starts going the way you want it to. It can overtake quickly, which I think is important for safety. Or rather, the option of overtaking quickly is for safety. Now slow down. The switches, on the other hand, they feel a little, well, I wouldn't say they're flimsy or cheap, but they feel cheaper than the other Honda motorcycles that I have tried. Well, it's cheaper. The switches look the same as the one on my RS150, like the same shape, same configuration, same shape of buttons, but it feels a little flimsier. Like the weights of the buttons, they're not so well weighted. They're tinny, flimsy, but they're not that flimsy. They're actually still pretty good. They're just not what I'd expect from Honda normally. But considering the amount of features and technology they packed into this bike, I'd easily overlook these issues. It's just nitpicking. Yep, bumps aren't a problem for this thing. Actually, I was on a group ride with the owner of this motorcycle a few days ago. We went to Kaibiyang Tunnel together. And this thing actually keeps up with the RS150 just fine at brisk medium speeds. It actually keeps up with the RS150. Oh, when you're not trying to be fast with the RS150, if you're just trying to be brisk speeds, you know, yung tipong pangbiyahe na medyo mabilis pero takbong pogi pa rin, it can keep up just fine. It's just a little harder to squeeze in between traffic with this because it's a bit thicker, but it's no biggie actually, because it's so easy to flick and handle. It's not gonna be a problem. Like keeping your feet on the footboard while pulling off complex maneuvers is, well, it's possible on any motorcycle if you know how, but this motorcycle makes it easy. Yeah, watch this. Oh, I almost forgot to talk about the combi brake system. Combi brake system is, well, this is the front brake on the right, and the rear brake is on the left, like it would on a normal automatic motorcycle. But combi brake, if you pass a certain pressure, pass a certain pulling pressure on the rear, it'll also engage the front brakes. It brakes the rear more than the front, so it's still gonna give you like that you're actually braking with the rear kind of feeling, but it also brakes the front, which is, I guess, safer. No, not I guess, it is safer. It is safer. So that's a nice safety feature that Honda's got going there. And because you're braking the front, if you grab the rear, like by in reaction to something, like something suddenly stopping in front of you. If you grab the rear brake with this, like I think most people do, I brake predominantly with the front, but people mostly brake with the rear. If you grab a handful of rear brake on one of these things, there's a chance of locking the rear. There's a chance of locking the rear because the rear can't take all the can't give you the braking force, or the tire can't give you the braking force you're asking of it from it and the brakes. But when it brakes the front as well, that means there's two tires braking now, so you have less chances of locking the rear. And it's more controlled that way. You can trail brake into corners with this system fairly easily. I mean, like right now, I'm gonna trail brake while turning because to avoid this guy. Here, I'm gonna get on the rear brake only while changing lane. Yep, it's easier. Excuse me. I'd still advise you to brake with both levers anyway. Most of the time. When you're going for a hard brake, brake with both levers. Like so. Comfortable. The mirrors work really well. I mean, that's a usual thing with Honda motorcycles anyway, or I don't know about other motorcycles. Maybe they get good mirrors too, but these are really good. They don't shake a whole lot. I guess they're slightly convex because they give a wide field of view. You can see a lot of what's behind you. Like, they're practically rear view mirrors if you angle them right. What else does it have? Oh, this actually has a parking brake. If you can see that this thing in front of the rear brake, or the combi brake, if you see this thing, if you pull the lever back and then that lever as well, it'll actually lock the lever into place that it's pulled, essentially giving you a parking brake that also engages the front. Now that's handy, really handy when you're parking on a hill. Parking in a hill, or just parking on a hill, really. Here, I'm gonna try it right now. Here, you see this? And I'm gonna pull that, and then I'm gonna engage it. See? There. And you release it, you just pull the brake, it releases. Overall, yeah, I like this motorcycle. It's great for the city. It's comfortable. It's comfortable and smooth. The power delivery is smooth. It'd be great on long rides, zipping around town at a pretty brisk pace. And it's pretty fuel efficient. Well, no, it's plenty fuel efficient, really. So, yeah, I guess that's it pretty much. overall, I like this motorcycle. I guess I'd give it a 3.8 or 4 out of 5, maybe even a 4.2 out of 5, I don't know. It's a really good motorcycle if you want to do city riding and occasionally leave the city with a decent amount of power, good fuel economy, and, well, you know, reliability. It's a Honda. It's probably gonna be good. It also has a nice set of features, pretty high tech, makes things very convenient and a lot easier. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more if you want to see more content. My next video is probably gonna be about the Honda RS150 again, because I've added quite a number of parts and mods to that. You know, more preparations to go to the racetrack, and probably a track video as well. This track video that I've been talking about for over a year is finally gonna happen soon. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. See you around.